I'm here by myself at the U.S. border with Mexico, and behind me, we have hundreds of immigrants that are coming to the country.
Nick Shirley has made a name for himself with this kind of dispatch, focusing on illegal immigration. The 22-year-old is among a new class of online influencers supportive of Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, who are helping shape the immigration debate ahead of the U.S. election.
No doubt there's a problem at the border.
Their videos include stunts like this, where migrant workers were hired to thank President Joe Biden in person at the White House.
We're just trying to give voice to the migrants because Joe Biden let in millions of them into America, and they gotta speak their truth, right?
But more often, they portray migrants as dangerous and burdensome, a rhetoric echoed by Trump and his campaign.
And we have mobs of migrants fighting our police officers and giving America the middle finger.
Democratic incumbent President Joe Biden vowed to reverse many of Trump's restrictive border policies. But the Biden administration has struggled with the record number of migrants caught illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. Immigration is a top election issue for voters and a central plank of Trump's campaign to reclaim the presidency in November.
With your vote, I will seal the border. I will stop the invasion.
Reuters identified at least 6 influencers focused on immigration-related videos. Collectively, they have more than 1.4 million followers. Their videos are posted on social platforms like YouTube, X, TikTok, Facebook, and Rumble.
People see my work and they trust what I'm saying.
One of the most prominent is Ben Bergquam.
These massive groups that are coming through the Darien Gap.
The self-described opinion journalist has been covering the border for years and gained credibility among the political establishment. He and his media company, Frontline America, have more than 500,000 followers on social media.
Place that I have and others that are doing the right thing when it comes to immigration and telling the story is filling the vacuum of what the mainstream media left open or have lied about.
Bergquam often links migrants to crime, even though many academics say there is no evidence to show immigrants commit crimes at higher rates than native-born Americans. He told Reuters that he's motivated by protecting America.
You support our right as a nation to determine who gets to come into this country and who doesn't get to come into this country. When it comes to this election in particular, there is no clearer choice. It's President Trump.
Videos like those made by Bergquam and Shirley are frequently shared or commented on, sometimes by high-profile social media personalities like Elon Musk or by broadcasters like Fox News. And that can greatly amplify their message, taking it to a wider audience. Assistant Professor Alex Scott from the University of Iowa specializes in the depiction of migrants in the media. He says pro-Trump influencers appeal to people who distrust mainstream media and look for authenticity.
I also think that having somebody with a first-person point of view narrate as they're in space, it's following some journalistic practices and routines, especially broadcast news, but it feels more like there's a person that they can engage with, that audiences can engage with, and I think it all builds to a sort of credibility. These videos are incredibly good at taking the complex issue of migration and reducing it down to simple problems and simple answers. So to distill it down to simple causes, simple effects, and simple solutions, it's always going to be a little bit sensational. It's always going to be a little bit myopic. It's always going to be way too narrow than what the actual phenomenon of migration actually is.